Kaleidoscope, a weekly public affairs program brought to you in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, Kaleidoscope Magazine, and News Channel 5.
Good morning and welcome to the broadcast today. The PNC Fairfax Connection is a community resource center offering a wide range of services to residents. Its executive director, Colette Appolito, is here to talk more about the center and its impact on the Fairfax community of Cleveland. Later on, Eileen Murray of Womankind Maternal and Prenatal Care Center will be here to talk about the programs and services offered to women in her organization. And later in the broadcast after that, Drew Rothman will tell us about his play called Murder by the Falls at the Chagrin Valley Little Theater. I'll let you know I've got a little piece on that play, too. I'm going to be in there. We'll talk more about that in just a moment. Good morning. I'm Leon Bibb, and this is Kaleidoscope. And so we begin with Colette Appolito, Executive Director of the PNC Fairfax Connection. Hey, Colette.
Good morning, Leon.
Good to have you on the broadcast today. Tell us, what is the PNC Fairfax Connection? Well, it's obviously tied to PNC Bank.
Absolutely.
But what is the Fairfax Connection?
The PNC Fairfax Connection is a free community resource center designed with community input to strengthen and connect the community by empowering area residents and businesses to achieve their goals, all while celebrating the community's rich history and heritage.
So you kind of help folks pull it together.
Absolutely.
And keep it together.
And keep it together, yes.
You've got a new building there at the corner of East 83rd Street and Carnegie Avenue.
Right.
Yeah. Tell me about that new building. Is that where all of this magic happens?
That is where all the magic happens. It is a clear investment on the part of PNC Bank in the community. We offer state-of-the-art technology from the moment you walk in, access to the internet, access to programs and applications on the computers. We're also offering financial education for young people as well as adults, health and wellness, as well as some personal professional development for professionals of all ages.
Who can go in there to access all of this?
Everyone.
Everyone.
The programs are designed with the Fairfax community in mind. However, we are owned and operated by PNC Bank, and so therefore we're open to everyone.
Now, the Fairfax community is an East Side community.
Correct.
Roughly around Cleveland Clinic, around that area.
Right.
It's the main campus of Cleveland
Yes.
Clinic. What kind of successes have you seen with the PNC Fairfax Connection?
Tremendous success, Leon, from the toddlers that come in for a story time and an activity to a barber around the corner who is now on social network and using the computer to promote his business, to those that are looking for job readiness skills and finding jobs on the computers that we have access to the internet as well.
What's the overall philosophy? When PNC built this, and this is a new building from the ground up. We saw it coming up. It's got a lot of glitter and a lot of flashing lights and a lot of signs that are changing all the time. It really is an eye-catching building. What was the overall philosophy that PNC had when it said, let's put this Fairfax Connection here at East 83rd and Carnegie Avenue?
Right. Just as eye-catching as it is on the outside, Leon, it's as inviting and engaging on the inside. But the premise was PNC as a bank can only be as strong as its community. So we have to strengthen the community. And we're doing that with the state-of-the-art technology, the programs and classes that we're providing to help those empower themselves and do what they desire to do.
Give me an idea of some of the programs, the ones that come up for you, that you especially like and want to talk about.
I am especially proud of the financial education classes that we have, as well as for our adults, the personal and professional development. So you're learning or honing in on skills to polish leadership development, as well as presentation skills. And for our young people, they're able to come in, have a story time with some of our partners, such as the Cleveland Playhouse, the Botanical Gardens, the Natural History Museum. So they are, learning about these institutions maybe in a new way or a different way. and they're invited to those organizations as well.
We're going to continue our conversation with Colette Appolito, who's Executive Director of the PNC Fairfax Connection. But I do want to give an email and a phone number here. PNCFairfaxConnection.com. You can get more information by going to PNCFairfaxConnection.com, or you can make a telephone call to 216-391-4677. You see those numbers and that address at the bottom of the screen. This touches your heart to be able to change lives of people
Absolutely.
in a positive way. Tell me about that. Why this is so vital to not only you, but the greater Cleveland community, how we all profit from this.
We all profit as everyone there is coming in and they're able to find some sort of hope, whatever that is, or be inspired by wanting to finish that book that perhaps they started, or the children that I see that come in and their parents say, little Johnny said, are we going to PNC today? And they're excited when they come in to do whatever it is that they're going to do there.
So you're kind of a library on one hand, a collection of wisdom on another hand.
Correct.
A computer technology come in and use our computers on the other hand, and kind of a place where people can come and be inspired and learn something that will elevate them in the community.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's all about the connections. It's all about how do we help make those connections for everyone in the community.
Thus the phrase Fairfax Connection.
Absolutely.
PNC Fairfax Connection. Colette Appolito, Executive Director of the PNC Fairfax Connection. Thanks so much for being on the broadcast.
Thank you.
You've been on for a few months now. How many months now?
We have been open for 10 months. We opened the end of September last year.
And making a change, a positive one.
Absolutely, every day.
East 83rd and Carnegie Avenue, you cannot miss it. It will catch your attention as you drive by, as you walk by. Thanks, Colette.
Thank you.
Colette Appolito, Executive Director of Fairfax Connection, the PNC Fairfax Connection. This is Leon Bibb on Kaleidoscope. We're going to take a break right now, but in a moment we'll come back and talk about essential services free to pregnant women after this. You're in touch with Kaleidoscope. Glad to have you with us today. Womankind Maternal and Prenatal Care Center offers confidential support services to pregnant women. Its Executive Director, Eileen Murray, is here to talk about the mission of the organization and services offered to women in the greater Cleveland area. Good to have you with us, Eileen Murray.
I'm grateful to be here.
Oh, things are well at Womankind Maternal and Prenatal Care Center?
Yes, things are going very well. We've been around for 38 years, providing women from all over northeastern Ohio with free prenatal care, counseling, support services, and we can hope to do that for another 38 years or more.
There's always a lot of people walking in the door, right?
There are women who are in need of our services. Perhaps they don't have insurance or the financial resources or the emotional resources to access traditional care providers, and Womankind is there to make sure they have that emotional support and actual medical care for their pregnancy.
And this is all free services you provide?
Our services are all free.
Well, where do you get your money to keep on paying the electric bill?
Well, that's a very good question. We are supported primarily by individuals. They give to us directly. They come to one of our or more of our special events. They designate dollars to us through United Way. And we have many, many volunteers, so we have nearly $1 million worth of donated services. We have some foundation support, Cleveland Foundation, Reinberger, Parma Community Hospital Foundation, as well as some businesses such as Sherwin-Williams support us. So every year we are supported by donations.
And thank goodness for those donations.
Absolutely. They keep our doors open.
What kind of, the women who come in, what kind of services do you see most often where the need is so great?
Well, we see a need for the prenatal care itself, where women may not be able to go to a doctor's office, they may not have that insurance or financial resources, so they can come to Womankind for a free pregnancy test. And then if that test is positive, they use our clinic, where the care is comprehensive. They're going to see a physician, a certified nurse midwife, or advanced practice nurse. They're going to have their blood work done. It's a complete pelvic exam. And in addition to that, every single prenatal visit includes emotional support. We have a licensed independent social worker on staff who addresses the social service needs of these women, which are many. It may be housing, drug addiction, abusive relationships, family relationships. So the care is really comprehensive, and our goal is to help those women have a positive pregnancy experience and a positive pregnancy outcome.
Where are you located?
We have one location. We're at 5400 Transportation Boulevard in Garfield Heights, right off of 480, so people can get to us from all over Cuyahoga County as well as the surrounding counties.
So if you're on I-480, you just exit at Transportation Boulevard and you're right there on Transportation Boulevard.
We are right there off of the exit. Yeah. That's correct.
You see a lot of worry on women who first come in, don't you?
We do, Leon. You're absolutely right. The timing may not be good. There may not be support for this pregnancy. A woman may be concerned because of past pregnancy experience. She may have experienced previous miscarriages. So there may be medical concerns, or there may be emotional concerns. We just saw a married couple who learned only after she found out she was pregnant that his insurance was not going to cover for the pregnancy. They were very concerned. They wanted this baby. They wanted a healthy pregnancy, but did not know how they were going to do it. They were very relieved to find out that they would have free care through 28 weeks of pregnancy. We would help them make plans for last trimester care and delivery, and that in and of itself was a huge relief for them.
Tell me about that, helping make plans for delivery.
Yes, we do our care only through 28 weeks of pregnancy. Most of the women that we see are eligible for Healthy Start, which is a state program that will cover their last months of care and delivery. But even to apply for Healthy Start, you need a proof of pregnancy, which means you have to have an exam that shows that you're pregnant. And if you don't have insurance, that's kind of a tough thing to get. So we help women apply for Healthy Start. We help them get that medical coverage, and then they can go to any doctor or hospital in the greater Cleveland community who will accept that. I must say there are also women and families who are not eligible for Healthy Start, and those women may go to Metro or UH or other care providers in the community who will work with those families who don't have insurance.
Let me put a phone number on the screen if we have not already done so. Area code 216-662-5700, or you can go to...
Yes, correct.
That's correct?
Yes, you're correct.
662-5700, that's what we have on the screen there, and womankindcleveland.com.
That's correct. That's our website.
216-662-5700.
That's correct.
What do you, is there a financial component? I mean, do they have to be at a certain financial area?
No, there are no requirements financially or residentially. Any woman who needs our services, we are there to make sure she has hope and help during that pregnancy. So there are no financial requirements whatsoever.
I would imagine girls too,
yes.
not only women, but under the age of 18.
Yes, you're correct. We see women ranging in age from 13 to 50. We always say there's no typical womankind client. We see people who are women who are married, women who are single, people who are working, maybe 3 part-time jobs and no health insurance. So there is really no typical womankind client.
And if they got other kinds of concerns, financial concerns, you try to help them, what's the word, navigate the system to get to where they need to be on something outside of the pregnancy itself, housing or finances.
Absolutely, because we know that a financial concern may have as much impact on the outcome of that pregnancy as blood pressure.
Isn't that the truth?
So we are there to address those concerns.
Many thanks. Eileen Murray, Executive Director of Womankind Maternal and Prenatal Care Center at 5400 Transportation Boulevard in Garfield Heights. Thanks for being on the broadcast.
Thank you, Leon. Thanks for having us.
My pleasure indeed it is.
Thank you.
Good to see you, Eileen.
Thank you.
I'll be right back in just a moment. We're going to talk about Murder by the Falls. It's quite a play. I've got a piece of it. Back in a moment. You're in touch with Kaleidoscope, and today we take you to the theater. In fact, the Chagrin Valley Little Theater. It holds its annual fundraiser in early September. Playwright Drew Rothman is here to tell us about the production of Murder by the Falls, with a special guest star this year. They say that it's going to be a special guest star. But here's Drew. Here's Drew Rothman. How are you, Drew?
I'm well, Leon. How are you?
Okay, tell me about this Chagrin Valley Little Theater. Now, refresh our memory about where you are and what you do.
Yeah, Chagrin Valley Little Theater is in Chagrin Falls, right in the village. We've been there since 1930. It's one of the longest standing community theater operations in the country. And CVLT is a 99% voluntary operation. operation, but we do theater all year round, musicals, plays, comedies. There's 2 stages there, so there's pretty much something on stage every single weekend, and almost always $20 or less. So it's a good place to go catch entertainment.
It's a good deal.
Yeah.
And once again, you are doing Murder by the Falls.
Yes.
But each year, Murder by the Falls is different.
Yes.
It's a different script.
It's a different script. Yeah, Murder by the Falls is the kickoff to every season. This year is our 84th consecutive season. Murder by the Falls itself has been running for almost 30 years now, and every year some of the theater regulars get together and put together the script and mostly act in the show. And this will be the 5th script that my sister Greta and I have co-written. Greta directs the show, and I play the lead inspector, which I've done for 7 shows now. And every year we try and write an original murder mystery, and it's always, you know, heavy on the puns and
In other words,
spoof jokes.
This is a comedy.
Yes, it's
murder.
it's definitely a comedy.
But it is a comedy.
Yes.
Tell me about this year's comedy.
Sure.
Now.
Yeah, this year's script is called Serial Killer, and we are taking characters from popular breakfast cereals. So the show takes place in the Purple Horseshoe Casino, which is owned by Lucky the Leprechaun, and his staff includes Snap, Crackle, and Pop. Tony the Tiger is a mafioso guy who comes around now and then. Trix Rabbit is the host. So there's, you know, there's a variety of serial breakfast cereal characters.
So when we say serial killer,
Yes.
we're talking about breakfast serial
Yes,
killer.
with the tongue planted firmly in the cheek.
A little pun, little pun
Yes.
right there. Now, I've got a part of this.
Yes, you do.
claim that I'm the special guest star.
You are the special guest.
I don't know if I'm a guest star of anything, but I'm in the play.
Yes, yes. This year you'll be joining us. We actually have had Jan Jones, another television luminary of
Who
Cleveland,
did the
two-time
morning
Emmy.
exchange here at Channel 5 for years?
Yeah, she's been in the show several years now. She's not really as special of a guest anymore, I guess. She's going to be playing Minnie Wheats, of course. But we've got you in there this year playing sort of a castle-type novelist who's tagging along with the inspector, and your character is Grayson Bran.
Grayson Bran,
Another
raisin,
pun.
as in Raisin Bran.
Yes, yes.
Now tell us when this is going to be,
Sure,
when all of this is
the
going to be.
weekend after Labor Day. Happens every year, so this year is the 6th and 7th. And
September.
Of September, yes. And the audience comes, they see the show, then during intermission, the audience goes out into the village of Chagrin Falls, and there are clues hidden in the store windows, there's actors on the street with additional info. Then they come back for a catered dessert, and then they see Act 2 and find out whether their team was close enough to the correct solution to win some free tickets to the season and other giveaway prizes.
Now that's what intrigued me about it, because there's the intermission, and they actually go into the streets of Chagrin Falls, the audience, and look for clues as to who done it.
Absolutely.
And then come back in.
Yeah, everybody's grouped into teams of 8 people, so we love it when people bring a group of friends, and then the team that is closest to the correct solution gets prizes. So.
When Pat Mazzarino called me and asked me if I would be involved in this, I says, Pat, you must be crazy to ask me to do this. But it sounds like something I want to do.
Absolutely.
And so now I've got a part on this.
Yeah.
But tell me about tickets now. Where can people, because you want to go to this Murder by the Falls live murder mystery, and I'll hold this up. We'll get another shot of this on camera 3 perhaps.
Yeah, they can get tickets by calling the box office at 440-247-8955. Tickets to the event are $60 because it's a fundraiser. Half of that, $30, is tax deductible because CVLT is a nonprofit organization.
And it's right in Chagrin Falls, right by the falls. The theater, the Chagrin Falls Little Theater is right by the falls. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful time. And what's been the reaction to past Murder by the Falls productions?
Sure, they seem to get more enthusiastic and big every year. We actually have one couple that comes back from, I think, Massachusetts or something every single year because they don't want to miss it. It sells pretty much to capacity every single time, and people always love it. So.
And you have some other big name political figures from Chagrin Falls who are in this thing.
Yeah, the mayor of Chagrin Falls, the mayor of Bentleyville has been in it a number of times. The sheriff of Geauga County will make an appearance. The chief of police from Chagrin Falls always comes in and lets us use some uniforms and badges, which is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we try and get all the locals involved as much as we can.
Where do you get your ideas in that you have to come up with a different theme every year under the name Murder by the Falls?
It gets tougher every year. This is the 5th time my sister and I have written written this one, and I don't remember where the serial idea came from. I think, you know, the title Serial Killer just suggested a plot to us, and we ran with it from there.
I love the idea of the mobster named Tony the Tiger.
Yes,
and
yes.
the bumbling staff of Snap, Crackle, and Pop.
Yeah.
And Count Chocula and the brothers Boo and Frankenberry have been murdered.
Yeah, they're our victims. The monster serial guys were high rollers at the Purple Horseshoe, and they're dead. So Toucan Sam, who's the other high roller who's left, is worried he might be next.
You must have gone through the supermarket shelves looking
boy,
for
did we
a
ever.
cereal.
I know more about Kellogg's than I think I ever should.
We'll see you. It's going to be September the 6th and the 7th, Chagrin Valley Little Theater. Phone number on the screen, 440-247-8955, or go to cvlt.org. Chagrin Valley Little Theater, cvlt.org. More information, and if you get lost there, give me a call, and I'll tell you more about it, because I got a part. Okay, thank you, Drew.
Thank you.
Drew Rothman, playwright, Murder by the Falls. Taking a break right now. I'll be back in just a moment after this. The Morning Exchange segment with Marsha Maccabee, president of the Urban League. Marsha.
Hi, Leon.
Hey, hey.
Listen, I want to make sure that our viewing audience remembers and starts putting on the calendar Wednesday, August 28th at 6 o'clock p.m. That is going to be the celebration and commemoration of the 50th anniversary of the March on Washington. Now, I know we have big events in D.C. the weekend of the 23rd, but on the 28th, which is the actual day of the first March on Washington, we are commemorating here in Cleveland, Ohio at Public Auditorium. We're going to have a symbolic march. We're going to have over 1,000 people. It's free and open to the public over at Public Auditorium. You're involved in the event, and we're very excited about it.
We are going to set the stage for what happened 50 years ago, and we're going to revisit Dr. King's historic I Have a Dream speech.
We are, among other enactments that happened that day, but we're also going to set the stage for how do we take the call into the future.
It's been 50 years since that historic speech, and many of the things still have to be accomplished, but there are steps that still have to be taken to progress this nation to the next level.
Absolutely.
So it's going to be a public hall Wednesday, August the 28th.
Yes.
So, starting at 6 o'clock, that event, but all day long it's going to be something.
The march will start at 6 and we'll go into Public Auditorium for the program at 7.
And the Urban League has a big part of this. You're one of the sponsoring agencies on all of this.
Yes, we're the lead sponsor with Medical Mutual.
Okay, that's going to do it. Thank you, Marsha.
Okay.
Thank you for what you do. We'll see you on August the 28th. We'll see you there, too. Take care, everybody, and be well.
Kaleidoscope, a weekly public affairs program brought to you in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, Kaleidoscope Magazine, and News Channel 5.